Rose Tamir with Avant Healthcare Professionals, and I am joined by our Senior Vice President of Operations, Lesley Hamilton. And I've asked Lesley to join us today because we often get the question, what is a direct hire? Is Avant a direct hire? What is the difference between a direct hire and a recruitment agency? And these are important questions. Lesley is an international nurse herself and has 26 years of experience in the industry. She knows the importance of understanding your options to make sure you make the best choice for you. So she's here today to talk a little bit more about that.
Hello, everybody. It's great to be with you today. My name is Lesley Hamilton, and as the team said, I'm the Senior Vice President here at Avant Healthcare. It's great to have the opportunity to chat with you this morning because I also get the pleasure of responding to Facebook inquiries. And you may say, why is the Senior Vice President doing that? Well, I'm super nosy, and I really like to know what's going on in the world with our applicants. And one of the questions we get the most for nurses interested in working in the US is, what's the difference and what's the benefits of a direct hire versus coming with a recruitment agency? So we wanted to take some time today really to explain that. Now, one of the most important things, you cannot come to the US without a visa. And the visa for nurses right now is a permanent residency visa, otherwise known as a green card. And you cannot come without a sponsor. And so both a direct hire option and a recruitment agency such as Avant will provide you with that green card sponsorship. So that's the first thing to know. You will get a green card with both options. Now, let's talk a little bit about direct hire. So the definition of direct hire really is the entity, the hospital, the company is your employer. They will be your sponsor. Now, they will serve as your employer really for the whole time that you're employed by them. But one of the things with a direct hire is you know ahead of time exactly where you're going. It is one option, only one option. When the green card is filed, it is filed for that location only. So that's really important to know that. You often need to do NCLEX, the IELTS, and visa screen on your own. Many direct hire companies and many hospitals that provide direct hire do not provide any assistance with NCLEX, IELTS, and visa screen. And that's a lot of work. So it is important to know that those likely will be things that you will need to do on your own. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about it. Direct hire, as I've said, files your green card for a single location only. You apply for a job, perhaps the job's in North Carolina with a hospital. That green card petition will only be for that job as a registered nurse in that hospital in North Carolina. So again, super important to know that. Contract types will vary. It could be no contract, although that's highly unlikely. It could be a 5-year agreement. It could be a 3-year agreement. It could be a contract of varying lengths. So really important that you understand the terms of your commitment before you sign anything. Always read the fine print, okay? Lots of people get excited. Even when they join our program, they're super excited to sign a contract, and we don't always read it. So really important to do that. Your salary and benefits when you're with a direct hire hospital company will come directly from that facility. So again, will be important that you know what those salary and benefits are going to be before you make any decisions on signing up. Now, one of the benefits of direct hire is that they are more than likely going to pay you for the number of years of experience that you have. Not always, but sometimes your hourly rate with a hospital or with a direct hire company may be higher than it will be with a recruitment company. And again, that is not always the case, but it can be you have that potential for higher hourly pay. You may have the opportunity, for a shorter employment contract. Again, not always. Sometimes it may be longer because the hospital is locking you in for a specified amount of time. And they are obviously looking for you to remain with them for a substantial amount of time. So again, important that you know the terms of that agreement. One of the reasons I think a lot of people think about direct hire is because you know exactly where you are going ahead of time. So you sign with that hospital in North Carolina, for example, you know you're going to North Carolina. That's where you're going to be working. And so that may give some people some security knowing where they're going well ahead of time. So those are some of the benefits of direct hire. So let's now chat for a minute or two about the recruitment agency. So Avant is obviously a recruitment agency, and recruitment agencies also serve as your US employer. And that means that you're working for the recruitment agency, but placed at a client of that recruitment company. The recruitment agency will file and also, in most cases, pay for your green card petition. And one of the great things with a recruitment agency is because of the nature of the contracts that we have, we don't always know ahead of time where you're going to be working. We have lots and lots of options, and needs change. Hospital needs change all the time. And so we will file that green card petition, and recruitment companies will file for a varying number of options for you. And in many ways, that's a great opportunity, because if you go with a direct hire and that job, for example, is cancelled, the green card process has to begin right from the beginning, because they have only had the opportunity to file you for one location. Remember, we talked about that. Whereas when we file as a recruitment company, we file multiple, every contract we have goes into your petition. So your petition is like this big, full of paper, right? Because every contract we have goes into your particular petition. And so one job is canceled, you have a variety of many, many other options where placement can occur. So that's a really great benefit of working with a recruitment company. Now, it is contract employment, so you will sign an employment agreement when you sign up with a recruitment agency, just as you would with a direct hire, but that contract is going to be with the recruitment company directly. Avant, for example, and many of the other recruitment agencies provide support right from the day you sign, through NCLEX, through licensure, through IELTS, and through visa screen. Just imagine not having to do that yourself. There are many, many parties involved in the process. You have the licensure boards, you have CGF&S, you have the IELTS companies, you have the hospitals that you're interviewing with. That is a lot to juggle, and that is a lot to really understand and navigate. So when you work with a recruitment agency, you have the benefit of all of that support right from the day that you sign, right until the very last day of your contract. Salary and benefits will be paid by the recruitment company. Remember, the recruitment company is your employer. So salary comes from them, benefits are paid, bonuses if those are part of your contract. Anything financial, salary and benefits will be paid through the recruitment company. The interviews with the US clients that you are going to have the opportunity to work for will be conducted through the recruitment company. And I remember the day I got up in the middle of the night to do my interview with a hospital here in the US. I was super nervous, and it's a big thing. You know, that is the day your job's going to potentially be confirmed. And to have somebody call me before the interview, calm me down, really make sure I was ready was a huge comfort. And so that is certainly something you will have the opportunity to experience as you work with a recruitment agency such as Avant. So let's talk a little bit about the benefits specific to Avant. So we've chatted a little bit about those already, but we are delighted to offer a really comprehensive package of salary and benefits. Now, one of the things to understand is when you come to the US, in most cases, 99.9% of the nurses who apply to us have never worked in the States, and so don't have a level of experience that would equate to being paid as an experienced US registered nurse. But we offer a very competitive salary. We also pay all of your benefits. Really important when you come to the States. You have medical, you have dental, you have vision insurance, you have life insurance, workers' compensation insurance, and you have the opportunity to start to save for your retirement. And that 401k program is a retirement program here in the US, also something that Avant is able to provide for you. Paid NCLEX review and assistance with testing. NCLEX is a make or break. Without NCLEX, you're not coming to the States. And so we have a fantastic program of support. It's a review program that allows you to continue to work, which is also really important as you study for NCLEX. And we guide you through that process. It takes about 6 months to get ready. While you're studying, we are preparing your license application, your registration, your scheduling. When it's time to fly, maybe you have to fly to a different location for your exam. We also pay your flight. We figure out your hotel, all your connections, make sure you have your itinerary, and in some cases, meet you at the airport. And so that is also, as you can imagine, a really great way to study. It really takes a lot of the stress out of that process. Step-by-step support through the US licensure process. That can be a minefield, dealing with the boards, dealing with CGFNS, and making sure that everything is timed and ready for when you reach that peak of study readiness, you can go and test. So we'll also take care of that for you. We also pay the fees associated with your green card filing. I came on a green card when I started working for Avant, and that process right now, depending on where you're from, can be as short as 8 to 12 months. And Avant is going to complete the petition for you, a spouse, and any children under the age of 21. There are some costs to you in the green card process if you're bringing family. We will make sure you have full understanding of what that is. And then you will arrive as a permanent resident here in the US, ready to work. Kids go to school, spouse can work from day one. So really wonderful opportunity for you. In addition to NCLEX, we also want to get you ready for your clinical job here in the States. So we have a fantastic program, a clinical pre-arrival program, and that is going to begin to build your knowledge of the differences of being a nurse in your home country to being a nurse here in the States. And it makes such a difference to come and already know what to expect. And so that pre-arrival program is something we take a lot of pride in offering you. Paid flights to the US. When you are ready with your visa in hand, we will fly you over, first of all, to here in Orlando, Florida, where we're based, and those flights are paid by Avant for you. We then house you for 5 weeks. You're going to be with us for a period of 5 weeks before you head out to your placement location. And during that time, we're going to be working with you to understand the cultural differences here in the US. You need to learn how to drive. You need to get a driver's license, open a bank account, find your home in your placement location. We're going to do all of that with you. You're also going to have 3 weeks of in-depth clinical preparation. We have almost pretty much a hospital unit, a hospital ward here in our offices. And that is where you will conduct clinical assessments. You'll get ready for your assignment, understand the medications, the different equipment that we have here in the US. And it's a time that the nurses really enjoy and begins to really make that clinical assignment that's coming up real and tangible for you. So that's a really great opportunity for you to spend a little bit of time with us. We also get to know you because we are going to provide you with support all the way through the term of your contract. When you're finished with the program here in Orlando, we are going to fly you with a transitions support specialist to your assignment location. We're here in Florida. Maybe you're going to Arizona. We're going to fly you over to Arizona. We're going to spend almost a week with you, getting you ready to go to work. You have to move into your house. You have to go buy all the practical things, a bed and cooking things and utensils and plates and cups and all the things you need to make your home a home. And we're going to make sure you understand where the hospital is, take you for a meet and greet of the hospital, and find your way around your local area. So there's really nothing that you are going to be doing that's really on your own when you sign with a company and you sign with Avant Healthcare. So we're really excited to be able to provide all of that support. And it doesn't just stop the day you start work. It continues through the length of your contract with us. We're going to be speaking to you in the beginning really regularly, every week actually, and making sure that you're doing okay, making sure the kids are settling in, your spouse is finding work, and that clinically you are progressing well through that assignment. So you're going to hear a lot from us, and we're really going to partner with you through this process and your employment. So what's going to be right for you? That is a decision only you can make. And we hope the information we've shared today begins to give you that idea to be able to make that decision. So again, let's just run over some of the differences. Direct hire, first of all. Your location is guaranteed, but it is a single location that you are signing for, okay? You know where you're going, but it is a single location. Potential for a slightly higher hourly rate in some cases. Potential for a shorter contract. And again, make sure you do your research and you really understand what the terms are. However, there is little to no support for your process. You are going to be the one navigating NCLEX, IELTS, and all of the things that you need in order to come to the US. Recruitment Agency, step-by-step support throughout the process. Nothing you really need to do on your own. Financial sponsorship for many of the items, for NCLEX, for IELTS, for visa screen, for your flights, for your green card petition. Cultural and clinical support throughout your process. So that is really a key differentiator. Continuous support throughout your employment. Ongoing support, not only for you, but for your spouse and your family as well. And there are many options to choose from where location of your assignment may occur. So you do have to have a level of flexibility, but we also want to hear where it is you want to go. Obviously, happy nurse in a location they want to be in leads to a much more comfortable assignment for you, but you do need that level of flexibility. So really important, before I leave you, let me leave you with some last minute thoughts. Research your options, be wise. Research, talk to people. Maybe you've done direct, maybe you've been through a recruitment company, but do your research. Understand exactly what you are getting into and committing to. Discuss your options with people you trust. Always think about where's the information coming from? What's the source of information? And make sure you find people that you trust. Ask questions. There are no stupid questions. There are never enough questions. And make sure you ask as many questions as you need to in order to feel comfortable with the decision you're making. Read the contract, please. If you do nothing else from what I have told you today, read the contract. Super important to know what you're signing up for. Ask questions about the contract. Never feel rushed. Never sign when somebody says you have to sign by tomorrow or the offer's going away. You have time. You have all the time you need. So make sure you really read that agreement and understand what you're signing up for. Your safety and success are a priority and should be a priority for you. It certainly is for us here at Avant. Be wise and choose an employer who has an ethical way of working. You don't want to bait and switch with the contract. The contract you sign should be the contract you work on. So make sure that you are looking for an employer with experience, an employer who has been in the industry for some time and can give you the assurance and the confidence that they know exactly what you're doing and are going to treat you with respect and in a way that really is ethical. So make sure you look out for that as well. you also need to be committed to this process. You know, it's not going to be easy all the time. There are hiccups and hurdles that are going to come up, and you're going to need to work through those. But it is worth it. I can certainly give you my testament to the fact that coming to the States was a huge career differentiator for me, and has given me many years of opportunities. And so it's something that on a personal level, I would certainly recommend you consider. And we hope today that this information will help you as you navigate to what is the right decision for you. So thank you for your time today. It's been great to share a little bit of information with you.
Lesley, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and share this information. And for those out there watching, thank you for joining us. As always, if you have any questions, our team is here to help. Please reach out to your Avant representative. Bye-bye.